Hello everyone and welcome to the review of the ThiEYE Dr.x or dr.x quadcopter. This is their first quadcopter. You may know ThiEYE by their action cameras. They do pretty decent cameras actually, and they come up with this thing. It's actually made after another model that was existing on the market. I don't know its real name. It was something like Found Me project that never took off. Well, this thing is a remake of that. It has some nice features that we are going to talk about them. And it's app control, it uses wireless connectivity, it has visual positioning which keeps it in place, but it does not have GPS, and that's too much to talk about it. So let's see what you get in the box. It comes with a generous manual which has English, Chinese and some other languages, but looks like it's well made. It shows a lot of schematics here, how to install the props, how to install the prop cards, how to turn it on, how to turn it off, where to download the app from. So manual looks to be useful. It also comes with prop cards that are odd shape like this, and they are made from a pretty flexible plastic, which is a good thing because they will not break on the first impact. And moving on to the quadcopter itself, there it is, sitting in the box. I'm going to take it out. It uses a composite plastic structure. The arms have this triangular shape with cross members through its arms, so this should be rigid and resistance. On the rear part of the quadcopter you are going to find the battery slot, the micro USB charge port and the micro SD card. The quadcopter does not come with a micro SD card, so you have to use your own card, and I'm addressing this because on its MITU competition, the MITU comes with an internal memory, so it has a memory card included inside. You don't need to buy that one. For this one you need to buy it. Right, so moving on the front you get the camera. Camera is full HD, should film a really nice quality video, comparing with the MITU, which is only HD, which is 720p. This is 1080p. And also there is a second camera here. This is the optical flow sensor, and this scans what's underneath the quadcopter and helps it maintain the position regardless of the outside factors such as wind. Of course, if the wind is too powerful, it will take it away because this is a very small quadcopter and very light. But this thing keeps it in position like GPS on larger drones. But this sensor does not know to return your quadcopter, so if this thing gets too far away and you lose signal or you lose orientation or lose sight of it, you don't have any kind of return to home function. So if it goes away, it goes away and it doesn't know its return to home sequence. And let's see what else get in the box. So there's a micro USB charge cable. Of course there is the battery, and the battery, it's a LiPo battery, one cell, and it has 650 milliamps, while the MITU battery, let's check out the capacity, has one cell battery and it has 920 milliamps hour, so the capacity is larger on the MITU battery, but also the MITU is by hand a bit more heavy than the ThiEYE. We'll see about flight time. I'm not going to judge flight time by the battery size. And what else we get in the box? So there's another set of propellers here, and there's something else inside here that hopefully I can take out, or maybe not, but I need to take them out. And yes, this is a small tool for taking the props off. You just jam this between the motor and the propeller and you pry them off. So now I'm going to power on the ThiEYE quadcopter, and let's see the app for this drone. It's available for Android, easy to find, and it's free. I didn't even have to use the QR code from the manual, just search Google Play Store for Dr. Drone and ThiEYE, and that was the app. So it's shows this red light, and it means that it has started. And now I can connect to the wireless. Before you connect with the app, it's important to cut mobile data. If you are having mobile data enabled, disable that, because your drone will connect to your mobile phone using wireless, but most Android phones will get a weird thing, and the app will try to connect to the quadcopter using the mobile data, and it will not connect through Wi-Fi, and that will give you a lot of trouble, like not finding the quadcopter, and the quadcopter will not connect and things like that. So this thing connects right away. It has some tutorials in the app, I'm just going to skip that. And now I have image from the camera, and it looks like it's working very nice. It has an interesting image. We'll see about the quality during the flight time, because indoor you can't observe too much, especially now that I'm filming it on the table. So let's see what the app can do for us. We have these settings, and in settings you have joystick mode and motion sensitivity mode. Alright, so I'm going to use joystick mode. I'm not going to use my mobile phone in gravity mode. This thing is low speed and high speed. It only has two speed rates, and this is the control mode. It's selfie mode and aerial mode. What does this do? It reverses the control, so when the quadcopter is pointing me, it's reversing the left and right drone movement, so that you are not going to get confused while trying to control it, because usually we take off with the rear facing you, so left is left, right is right. But if you yaw the quadcopter towards, with the camera towards you, the left and right controls will get reversed. So it's selfie mode, it reverses the control, so it kind of headless mode. I'm not going to use selfie mode, I'm going to use aerial mode. And last but not least, we have American habits and Japanese habits, and this is related to the joystick, if you want throttle on the right hand or on the left hand. So I'm going to select American habits, because I use left joystick for throttle up and throttle down. Of course this has altitude hold, so throttle up and throttle down is just telling the drone to go up or down. It's not controlling the throttle. So takeoff is done by automatic takeoff, and you have the control joysticks, which are nice because they will move. You don't have to place the finger exactly on it. You can press it offset somewhere and you have controls there. The same here. You have this 360-degree thing that it will not work until you take off. You have this calibration for level, and you need to put the quadcopter on a level surface. You have this emergency power off, and this will shut the drone off even in flight possibly. And you have the shutter and recording button, so this takes a picture, this starts recording video. And those are all the settings. You don't have any kind of camera settings, no resolution settings, nothing. And going back here, you do have album, and you can download the files from the micro SD card. Of course, actually this is a photo taken with the camera of the quadcopter, as I was testing it to see if it works or not. So it should be interesting to see how this thing works in outdoor situations with good light. So it's time to fully charge the battery and take it out for a flight. So here I am outdoor with the Dr.x from ThiEYE, and now I'm going to power it on. I have the battery in my pocket because it's cold outside. There are about 10 degrees centigrade, so it's pretty cold for LiPo batteries. Not that cold for flying, but I want the best out of the battery, so I need a warm battery. And now I'm going to power this on. 3 seconds on the power button, and I should see it's wireless right away. Alright, connect. I'm now connected, and I'm going to open the app. Where's the app? There is the app. And I'm going to press on fly. I have image, so all things look normally. So I'm going to start video recording for the quadcopter, and I'm going to place it somewhere level and clear, such as there, and I'm going to press the auto takeoff, and please is fixed, propellers protectors are safe in. Alright, slide to take off, and that was it. It's getting some altitude, and look at that stability. Simply impressive. Absolutely impressive. So this thing is amazingly stable, and I really like this already. So I'm going to get some altitude now. There's no tilt adjustable camera, so if you want to frame video and want to see something, you need to work with a lot of altitude. And let's see how high can it go. It's interesting, it doesn't show any kind of altitude. There's no indication. So I don't know what altitude I have now. It doesn't matter. Hopefully it will not get out of the range of the optical positioning flow. And let's see what does this 360-degree button does. Okay, it will spin around. Well, I really like spinning it around automatically, because that makes a smoother video in case you want to pan around. So it will spin continuously. Yes, nope, it stops from where it has started, so that's a big plus. And let's get some distance. Oh, it flies pretty fast, but again, with no adjustable camera, you don't have any kind of idea how high you are, and because you do not know how high you are, you also cannot frame the picture, because when you are flying fast, for instance, you see me down there, and if I give it full speed ahead, it will tilt down, and because I'm high enough, you can still see me. But if I was closer to the quadcopter, you would have only seen the ground. So that's not a big con, because that happens to all the quadcopters that don't have a tilt adjustable camera. Alright, so I'm going to stop the video now for a second, and I'm going to take some pictures with it. Alright, so I like those trees there. Let's see what else we can see around. And I need to get a bit closer, because I'm starting to get some dropped connections. I'm flying in a terrible wireless infested area. There are something like 30 wireless networks around, so that won't help the range at all. Go away, birds. You are messing the sound.
and I have a few minutes of flight time. I'm going to start video recording again. The indicator shows that I have 54% of battery left, so I'm going to fly it a bit around. So you can see now I'm filming ground because of that tilt angle. So the camera would have been nice at least to have a bit of manual tilt to tilt it a bit upward. So when you are not flying fast, you should at least see some of other things than the ground. So that's a big con for me. I'm now filming grass while the quadcopter is pretty high. So this thing is intended for taking selfies, something like that. You don't fly it, because if you fly it, now you don't see me, and now you see me. So it's mostly intended for being placed in a position and from there to take selfies. So I'm going to get another 360 view. I still have 42% battery left. Okay, so low battery, land now, and it's automatically landing. It's nice that I still have control of it, but it's going down a bit too fast, and got it. So that was it, and it's now showing 6%. That went a bit too fast, but the flight time is the advertised one, because by judging by the video recording size, time in minutes, this thing is rated for 8 minutes of flight time, so it's pretty close to that. So that was it. As you can see, rather simple, very stable to use. Range, real range in with all these wireless networks was around 20-30 meters distance and approximately 15 meters high, probably, maybe 20 meters, but sadly it doesn't show any kind of indications about the height. I know that distance cannot be measured with optical flow, but height can be measured by the barometer that keeps the height hold or altitude hold. So that thing is missing, and I would have loved it. And hopefully the video quality will be nice. We'll see about that after I upload this video. So be sure to follow my next uploads, where I'm going to do some other things with this ThiEYE. I want to compare it with the small MITU quadcopter, with the MITU Mini more exactly. So I'm going to try to either fly them together or fly them on the same path, and with that I'm going to be able to compare the camera footage also. So be sure to follow my next uploads, and until then, bye bye.